Hello, everybody. Scott Golden here with the uh, Wrestling Challenge review series for the 28th of July, 1991. About a month, a little less before SummerSlam. Good place to be if you are a WWF fan at the time. SummerSlam up through about 92, a major event every year. I guess you could stretch to say 97 if you really wanted to, although 93 and 94 actually 93, 94 uh, weren't the best. 97 was good again. So just some mid-level thing there, but everything 88 to 92 was good. Anyway, hosted by Gorilla Monsoon, Bobby Heenan, and Jim Neidhart, including funeral parlor guest Jake Roberts for the week's superstars, including special report showing last week's announcement of Sid Justice being announced as the guest referee for the match made in hell with Hogan, Warrior, and Slaughter, Mustafa, and Adnan. In the announcement of Big Boss Man would face the Mountie in the jailhouse match, Irs facing Greg Valentine at SummerSlam as well. Ricky Steamboat defeats Louis Pagoley flying body press 141. Lots of punch kick, lots of basic stuff there. Steamboat comes through with some drop kicks and again hits the flying body press off the top rope. Steamboat really, by the time right after SummerSlam is gone, and it's just weird because he really never, during the 91 run, really had much going on with himself. Then we go to IRS pinning Bob Jones with the right-off fall-away slam maneuver. Had not been kind of put into the auspices of being the flying clothesline yet, which is what the right-off eventually becomes. Also, forgot to mention, but Ricky Steamboat breathing fire going forward there. The IRS thing, pretty basic. Punch kick, some modified things. He comes out with the briefcase and, for the most part, is seen as a pretty big deal here. Bret Hart and Mr. Perfect basically going to war with each other in the event center. They are going to do battle at upcoming house shows, getting ready for their SummerSlam match. I believe Hennig gets hurt around this time, so he's taken off the house shows at this time. But the idea of getting him through SummerSlam and having him pass the torch for the Intercontinental Championship to Hart is interesting. I really wonder how far they would have gone with the Mr. Perfect deal here. Skinner is advertised. Skinner in the Everglades, basically rolling through and talking about how he will skin all people in the WWF alive. Kind of a rough go there. Hacksaw Duggan out next. Enhancement match for Duggan. Duggan really in 1991 not having much of a major feud run here, which is kind of, I don't know, just a little awkward because what do you do with a guy like Jim Duggan who doesn't have that major feud? Jim Duggan defeating Ed Moretti with the flying clothesline, running clothesline 132, punches, kicks, body slams, and the like, spinning body slam, and the football tackle by Duggan. Duggan, of course, clotheslining guys around. And Ed Moretti, known throughout the Pacific Northwest as one of the better guys that are there. Then we see the natural disasters talking about the desire to go at it with various heels, bushwhackers, coming up at SummerSlam, and they're kind of talking about that match. Of course, they go on to be the main opponents for the Legion of Doom once Legion of Doom wins the tag team championships at SummerSlam. So that's kind of setting up the summer-fall feud, or the end of summer, beginning of fall feud anyway. Then we go to the Nasty Boys in a tag match. Nasty Boys, of course, your tag team champions. Punch, kick, very basic stuff. Toss of the enhancement talent to the outside. The enhancement talent on this particular occasion is none other than... let's see here. The enhancement talent is none other than Stan Saxton and Brian Jules. Sags pins Saxton after a running power slam elbow drop combination. Jimmy Hart, of course, presenting the Nasty Boys. Not a good match unless you're really into brawling for the sake of brawling. Tossed to the outside of the ring a couple of times. The announcement by Jake Roberts of the issues that he has with darkness and kind of joining the dark side, a big thing here. Hogan and Warrior hyping in the SummerSlam Control Center the idea that they will eliminate Slaughter, Adnan, and Colonel Mustafa once and for all, which they would have done at SummerSlam, although the Ultimate Warrior quits at SummerSlam 2. Warrior's fired, actually. Although Warrior says quit, McMahon says fired. I don't think we'll ever really know the deal. All we'll know for sure is that Warrior holds him up for more money going forward, and then Big Boss Man, still a babyface here, going into or getting ready for the jailhouse match with the Mountie. One of my favorite matches, just a guilty pleasure match as a kid. Big Boss Man, Spine Buster, and Sidewalk Slam, getting himself a victory over his enhancement talent challenger here, facing off there. Bossman defeating Sam Steele in 52 seconds, Sidewalk Slam. Then we go to the Beverly Brothers with Coach defeating Jeff Wheeler and Randy Thatcher when Bo Beverly pins Thatcher after a double team, kind of the Spike Shaker Heights deal, into the canvas, and away we go. Ultimately, that's kind of where it ends here this week. We'll be back with more right after this.